220 million subscribers.
Okay. It seems low. I think it had more.
Does it have more?
I thought it was closer to 300.
Okay, so around, let's say 300 million then.
Yeah.
That's still, your most viewed video is, 580.
Yeah.
Do you, like, when you think about like scale, what do you think about when it comes to like going on a streaming platform where the ceiling is actually potentially lower than it is on YouTube, right?
Well, that's one of the beauties of Amazon is a lot of people do have Amazon Prime. And what's interesting is like, you could say the same thing about Squid Game, right? Like probably back then only 200 million people had Netflix accounts, but somehow everyone on the planet watched Squid Game. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, a lot of households have one account. So a lot of people go watch it with their friends or whatever. So it's like, for the most part, that applies to most shows, but like the shows that really do well and crush, for some reason, they somehow manage to just kind of transcend that barrier a little bit. Obviously, it happens a little more on Netflix than it does other platforms, but more people know about The Boys than like actively probably watch shows on Amazon Video, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's I'm hoping I can get to that point where it's, I don't know, people just find a way to watch it. Like
that's an interesting
it's a great
point.
show, they just do,
Yeah, because essentially you can think about it as like if someone has a Prime Video account, there might be 4 people in the household.
Exactly.
Right. So
and obviously a lot of people sign up for Prime too. So which would be great because then season 2 I could have a bigger budget and go even crazier.
Right. Is it all going to be dropped at once, all 10 episodes, or it's not weekly, is it?
I'll be honest, I haven't put any thought into it.
What
I've put thought into is like, how do I make this the greatest show ever? I haven't even thought of that.
What would you prefer? Or what do you prefer as a viewer? Do you
Honestly,
like to binge?
At some point, I'll probably look at the data and just kind of do whatever the data says people like. I don't know if people like the anticipation of waiting and talking about it, especially contestant-based stuff and theorizing. Yeah. So I will want whatever makes the best experience. Best experience for the viewers. So which I don't know. I can tell you that on YouTube. Back of my head. And, like streaming services, I'm not even gonna I am a toddler in the streaming world. And like I've spent a ton of time watching every game show and like, studying content, but the actual back end application and like all that other stuff, like weekly drops all at once. I know nothing and I'm not even gonna act like I know anything. And so at some point I'll go like deep dive, pull all the data. Amazon will probably give me, anything I want and help me with that and then figure it out. But like right now, because we got to shoot in a couple months, like we had to like make sure we have, just the perfect, greatest, most insane episodes ever with that
concepts.
And then now we're starting to like bring them to life. And it's like, it's also one thing to write like a, episode that you're going to spend $10 million on and, build like 20 just ginormous, massive sets and all these inner workings and, just to think of it and like that, even just, but then like to actually build it, it's like, it's just a whole different animal. And so like, we got to start that process now because we're going to fail a lot. Again, it's like every episode is going to be like our biggest YouTube video ever. So it's like,
and you can't really adjust in real time like you can on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like video to video on YouTube, you could probably make some pretty drastic changes.
Oh no, we will. Like just in the sense of like, like, I mean, this is what we do. Like nothing ever turns out how you want. And the thing is something can always be better. It literally can't. Like an episode, you can never like write an episode and say, this is factually perfect. Like, so even the day before, you're going to be looking at the sets and be like, actually, this could look better this way, or we could tweak this, or actually, if the lighting was there, that would hit this vibe. Like all the way up into the literal millisecond of filming, we're going to be like, optimizing and making it look better and blah, blah, blah. Because the thing is, it's never something you film is never like, okay,